Hello, this is LMB Simmer and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing an overview of the new expansion pack, mostly a world overview I think for this one. I might be able to do a CAS and build and buy at some point, or we might just get into gameplay. I'm not really sure. It's been a little while since I've been around. I'm sorry about that. I was sick and I'm starting to get a little better. So let's go ahead and get into this right now. And so it says, time for a getaway, get adventure awaits. Now I also haven't done the event, so I might just work the event into the only child I have right now is in the Regs to Reaper. So I might just work it into the Regs to Reaper LP at this point in time, because I do want to make sure that we get the rewards points and everything. But rather than doing that as a special thing this time, I think I'll put it in, but we'll see. We'll see. Or I could bring back the famous family with the septuplets and we could play with them too. Krista's family. We'll see. We'll see how I feel here. But reward photo frame. Forever Friends event. Take photos and make memories with your plushy pal to unlock the modern photo frame and more. This week's quest rewards. So for the first week, you can get Flex Inform Top, modern photo frame, San Myshuno magnet, and a super chill pillow. So claim now. So I think all of these, this is unlocked just for starting it, and I claimed it. The rest of these, I think I have to win. So we'll see how that goes. But we're not here for that right now, so we're gonna close that out. And so we've got the warm and cozy digital content because we got the pack before the November cutoff. I think is it November 14th or November 4th? I don't remember the date off the top of my head, but if you get it before that date, then you can get the digital content. So with that, you get a toast tea kettle steeped in comfort, cozy up with a warm cup of coffee, tea, or cocoa from this convenient and sleek all-in-one tea kettle that fits perfectly on the Grub to Go appliance cart. Then you get a toasty tower lamp. Keep that outdoor comfort flowing even late into the evening activities with this modern warming lamp. And then toasty Tootsie socks. Whoa, that's a hard one to say altogether. Toasty Tootsie socks. Boasting cozy comfort for all campers, these soft marshmallow socks give you a warm and cozy feeling. Feel the comfort of the campfire wherever your Tootsies may take you. All right. And then, welcome to The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. Time for a getaway? Embark on new experiences with getaways and custom venues. Plan activities for Sims to recharge or compete with elimination rules. Build unique venues and share them on the gallery. Adventure awaits wherever you plan your getaway. Adventure starts at childhood. Childhood fun shapes life. Yeah, I'm reading that right. Kids develop traits through formative moments and childhood sentiments. Customize playgrounds, play games, and have imaginary friends with unique personalities. Choose from goofball, competitive, creative, or evil dolls. Ooh, scary. Okay, a life of play. Fun is for all ages. Build skills with papercraft, entomology, diving, and archery. Make paper crafts, raise butterflies, trade collectibles, and go kayaking. Spin bikes and free weights keep adults active. Refresh with smoothies from the blender. I am so glad we had a blender and smoothies. I've wanted like a fruit smoothie things. I wish we had a juicer too, but I guess the blender's kind of like a juicer adjacent. But I just remember in the Sims, was it Sims 1 or Sims 2? They did have a juicer and you could make juice with the harvestables. It was fun. Just like you could do jam in the Sims 3, and I think in the Sims 2 you could do jam too and stuff. So it was kind of fun. I enjoyed that kind of gameplay too, where you can take other aspects and have some fun gameplay with that. Okay, and then last but not least, adventure around every corner. Explore Gibbi Point's neighborhoods, Wanderwood Wilds, Crystal Valley, or Jellyfish Junction. Meet unique Sims, uncover quests, and see the Underlight Bay. Attend festivals, start a park worker career, or enjoy themed getaways. Find the plum bird. Okay. And then all these pictures here. So there's this one. They've been scrolling in the background while I've been reading. The playground. The pool. Looks like a nice resort kind of pool or public pool. And then the overall view of the neighborhood. Okay, so let's get in here and see. So I want to, I'm going to pick somebody to go explore this with, but I don't want to do it with one of the games people that I normally play because I don't want it to mess up any of our games. So I think we'll just go with McCrae here. She's a good one. And we'll just have her go kind of help us see we'll get into her game save and use that to see what's going on with this world and do a world overview. That's our main goal for this episode. Then my first time seeing it. I've seen a few videos, but since I haven't been well, I haven't had a chance to catch up on a lot of YouTube stuff. So I've seen little bits and pieces as I've watched before falling asleep at nighttime. So I don't know if I've watched anyone's playthrough videos in totality. I've watched parts of several, but yeah. And then I know there's also a few build and buy and cast videos out there, but I haven't had time to pay attention to those either. It took me I think 3 or 4 tries, but I did finish watching the live stream that they had done with the 3 gals. I think it was Rochella was the simmer, and then with Jill and Jessica from the Sims team. So I think I did see that. So I know a little bit about what we're to expect here, but not a whole lot. So let's see what we can do. This loading screen is forever. So what's just been happening? So I think it's been about 3 weeks since my last video aired, maybe 2.5, maybe even 3.5 by the time this one airs. I don't remember the exact date that my aired. I know my last video was my Monday one for the Not So Berry, but and stuff. But yeah, I started not feeling well about 5-6 weeks ago, and then we just, after checking it out, it seems, whoops, I need to go back. What is the special thing? Does it show? Oh yeah, the little plum bird. Okay. It's been many years since Gibbi Point experienced the Great Wave, a seismic event that swept through and helped carve out unique landmarks and created lush flora and fauna, the likes of which many Sims have never expected to see. Once a part of a jellyfish processing industry, Jellyfish Junction more recently rebranded itself as an eclectic, artsy neighborhood with scenic harbor views. Crystal Valley has been transformed from a gold mining community into more subdued spot home to a large. Why does this feel like it reads weird? Into more subdued spot home to a large feathered creature and the fabled electric lagoon. Wanderwood Wilds is a secluded woodsy neighborhood where you can find Hothead Rock Geyser. The locals say it's a real blast. A peculiar climate, Gibbi Point's weather sees all seasons, even snow. However, its many underground hot springs keep the waters tepid and inviting, allowing for swimming and water activities year-round. Oh, that's cool. So we will see snow in this world. So that's interesting. For sure. I was thinking because it was kind of tropical, maybe you wouldn't, but I know that they said they kind of modeled this world after New Zealand. I have never been to New Zealand, and I don't know if it snows in New Zealand because I've never been there. I hear it's a pretty place and it would be cool to go there. Australia, places like that. It'd be cool to travel and see some of them, but I have not been outside of the United States. Nope, not even to Canada or Mexico. So I have never been anywhere foreign. Okay, so Gibbi Point. World description is the same thing I just read. Yep, so you get that. Of course, the footprint is neutral. when you start out. So let's read the different neighborhoods. We'll start with this one up here, Wonderwood Wilds. I'm sorry, it's like I can't speak or read today. Okay, Wonderwood Wilds. Life in Wonderwood Wilds sure is a blast, literally. Hothead Rock Geyser may be the main draw to the area, but there's more in these woods than meets the eye. Sims can enjoy the great outdoors near campfires, kayak in the open water, and fish to unwind. Visit the old Fire Watch Tower, perhaps to offer your gratitude to the one who keeps watch. Be sure to check in with the butterfly conservationist if you're feeling a little fluttery. The festivals here are around the Fire Festival. Okay, that's cool. So this is where the Camp Gibbi is, right? I think that's right here. Yeah. All right, so that's cool, and that's the geyser. And then over here, Crystal Valley. Once a bustling gold mining community, Crystal Valley earned its name after an unusual occurrence took place. Overnight, the Scoops gold mine dried up, only to be replaced by crystals. Now, you can visit and pan for crystals or stop by the electric lagoon for a neon jellyfish swim, accompanied by a glowworm backdrop. Visitors may want to keep their eye out for a unique bird too. Check out the Stop and Know Center to learn more about this area. And the festivals here is the Sunrise Sunset Festival. Okay, that's cool. So this is where you're gonna have those pretty glowfish things, and those go on, and you're gonna find the plumbird person, and we'll go into the people and the venues here in a minute, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So did they say it was it was a gold mine before the crystals. Okay. And then over here, this will be the Jellyfish Junction. So Jellyfish Junction is known for its unique artistic vibe, attracting not only creatives, but also kayakers and tourists eager to explore. Visit with Toshi, our storyteller, to learn more about Gibbi Point adventure quests. Check out Fletcher's Point and the Lonely Lighthouse, a previous plumbird hotspot named for arrow fletching from Underlight Bay to this or that shop. There's something new to discover in Jellyfish Junctions. Festivals here, this one has two. So this one has the Fitness Festival and the Glow and Flow Festival. And the other ones only seem to have one. Okay, so I think we'll start up here first. So this is the Hothead Rockaway Hideaway. It looks like it's more or less an empty lot. I mean, there is some landscape there, but it doesn't look like there's much else here. So we're going to take a look and see what we can about the lot. And see what kind of views we can see. I'll read more about it in the panel and stuff. So but anyways, I don't even know. I've been trying to figure out what I'm excited to use this pack for. I'm definitely excited to send Adrian from the Regs to Reaper. He's our one child sim that we have right now. I'd love to send him to camp, but I'm not sure what season their game is in right now. And I know his mom just got engaged to her old best friend from high school. Well, one of them. She's had a couple. And then I'm not sure if the mom was pregnant or not when we left her either. So, because I know we talked about them having kids together. So we will have to see where they're at. So I might not be able to do the little kids getaway for summer camp right away. And hopefully he won't age up before it's too late to send him, because I think that would be really fun. But we can definitely at least get him an imaginary friend and get started with that. Yeah, it's more or less an empty lot. I mean, it's landscaped. There's, some hills and stuff. So you could leave it as is, or you could build it out. What does it say here? Traits panel. So it just has the convenial. Doesn't have any of that spaces. Doesn't look like it has any lot challenges. Venue info, it's a 64 by 64. and it doesn't want to tell me anything else. So yeah, that really didn't give us much, did it? And I didn't really explore the surrounding area while we were there, but oh well. It can take a long time to go through each of these, but I want to get through some of them. But I also, this video should be up on Saturday. It's Thursday, the day the game came out, and stuff, but this video will go up for Saturday. And then on Sunday, Rags to Reapers will go up at its normal time. And then I'm hoping I'll also get a chance to at least film Monday's video as well for the Not So Berry. And again, I don't know what we can do. New pack onboarding available. Turn on residential renting onboarding. Not right now. What is new pack onboarding? I guess I'll do that. I don't know what it is. Where the getaway begins. With custom venues and getaways, you can build the perfect backdrop for any kind of adventure. Picture a neighborhood pool that serves smoothies by the day and transforms into a dance party at night. Or a butterfly catching park that becomes a spinning class hub in the afternoon. You choose activities, assign roles, and set the schedule to bring the lot to life. Not quite ready to build from scratch? No worries. 2 custom venue lots, Camp Gibbi Gibbi, an adventurous outdoor kids camp, and Revive and Thrive, a relaxing fitness retreat, comes fully set up and ready to host a getaway right away. The Addams family also hosts Love Highland right at their home for singles looking for love. Just open the calendar or phone to start planning a getaway and let the adventures unfold. If you're ready to learn more, these lessons will help you get started. Okay, so I definitely want to learn more about these. I don't know how long this is, so let's see. I think I'll put maybe later because hopefully this will pop back up in one of my other games and I can see it. If not, I'll have to find where the lessons go. But anyway, does this have any info in this panel? Yes, this expansive lot offers breathtaking views of the historic Old Firewatch Tower, surrounded by lush forest. It's the perfect place for nature enthusiasts. So yeah, and that's the watchtower right there. So next door to it, this is the Chavez Ralston family. It's a residential lot. So it says, family patriarch Nigel is living out his childhood dream as a camp director at Camp Gibbi Gibbi, while his wife Sarah is channeling their love of creativity and chaos as a camp counselor. Their twin daughters, Eris and Erin, often seem like polar opposites as well. Oh, okay, so that's cute. And then it says, the Wonderwood Wonder. Situated near the enchanting Butterfly Ranger Station, this charming cottage exudes rustic elegance, surrounded by vibrant gardens and peaceful woodlands, providing an idyllic retreat for those seeking harmony with nature. And then it has the fast internet trait. Okay, so let's go and see this one. And we can kind of see that watchtower. And then we'll try to look more at some of these other lots. Sorry the loading screen time is so long. I wish it was a little faster, but it is what it is. Someday, I keep saying someday, I'll eventually get editing software so that I can cut out some of these boring parts for you guys. And then also I would love to be able to just cut out things that are unnecessary to make my videos a little faster paced, quicker paced, but yet where you don't miss too much. So this is the home here and the surrounding area. So it looks like, he has an archery thing here. They've got a swing set, a telescope, a little garden space with no plants in it right now. It doesn't look like. They have the butterfly thing. Don't see it filled right now. And then they've also got one of those caterpillar things. I don't know if the caterpillars are the only thing you put in there, but so this must be the girls' room. That's cute. Their little bunk beds. So interesting enough, this has 2 extra bedrooms. So it's kind of funny. The girls obviously, because this looks more lived in than over here. So the girls obviously probably occupy this room, But then they have 2 extra rooms. So, interesting. You could add for gameplay, or maybe you could rent the rooms out as part of like a bed and breakfast besides them doing the camp. And then that's the parents' home. We've got some really cute furniture things in here. Very camp stuff. I like that. Their kayak. Okay, that's cool. And then it has a little bridge over here and goes into the woods. There's a beautiful waterfall with the water there. And then the watchtower's in the back clear over here. And we can't get a super close up of it, but yeah. And then I think, where was that property? It should be close by. So I think that property is, yeah, right up over here. And then I'm not sure if this one's just like an extra one out in the wild, and that's the playground. But, yeah. So that's like some sort of, looks like a store, like a camping store. Maybe it's part of the campground. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, and then let's see what else we have to offer here. So it looks like the guy, Nigel, from all of the, advertising, trailer, all that stuff lives there with a family, and he's actually married with kids. So I did not know that, so it's interesting to see that. And then this is Plumber Park. So yeah, this is like some sort of extra building. I'm not sure if there's any clickable gameplay with it or not. We'd have to find out when we get into playing. It just says, swing your cares away while taking in a bird's eye view of Hothead Rock Geyser. Okay, so this slot might allow us to actually get to see the geyser, which is what this whole neighborhood is kind of geared and centered around. So we'll look into that. But yeah, I know that Mata, so I could use Getaways for it, and do something to incorporate the new Adventure Awaits pack for Mata. But she's kidless right now. We do need to find her love, so could send her on a love elimination, Love Island kind of adventure. That might be good for her and good for us to get our heir, because she's getting up there in age and we still don't have an heir yet, and we need the Generation 2 Rose Generation heir. So this is a cool little park. It's pretty much got everything. Got a nice expansive playground, 3 archery things over here, a tiny little pool with a water slide for everybody to do, a sandbox, some community gardening. That is really cool. And of course the bathroom, and then again that building that's over here. You can get a little bit closer to the watchtower. There's the camp, and then over here is like some boardwalk stuff and the geyser. So can't get super close from here, but yeah, it looks really nice and pretty. So that's cool. And then this doesn't appear to have the only trait is Bracing Breezes, so it doesn't appear like any of them have any lot challenges. So I don't know if they didn't add any new lot challenges. Guess I should go into that and see, did they add any new lot challenges from this game pack, because I don't know if anybody, expansion pack, I don't know if anybody has mentioned that or not, if there's any new lot traits or any new expansion packs. Obviously there's new venue types, but is there the other things? Camp Gibbi Gibbi. Camp Gibbi Gibbi offers stunning lake views and a sturdy dock, perfect for jumping into the refreshing waters, creating unforgettable adventures in the heart of nature. Great acoustics here. And always, if you're watching this before you buy the pack yourself and you're considering buying it, I put in one of the codes from one of the people who built some of the lots. I think that's a good way to do that, because I'm not sure. I don't know if they get paid for when they build lots for the expansion packs or anything, or even when they come out with like kits or stuff like that and they create them, or give the ideas for them and things like that, because I know there's some that are content created and then there's some that are people who brought up the ideas, and then other people created the content, or EA themselves, or however that works. But it's always good to show appreciation, I think, to the Sims community that works their butts off, and give back when you can. I'm not a content creator, so I don't have any of those things, but it's always good. Okay, new custom venue lot. This is a custom venue giving you the freedom to decide exactly what daily activities should happen and what type of Sims should show up. You will be able to see it all in action whenever you visit. Continue to the next tip to learn how to attach a schedule preset. Okay, got it. Okay, attach a schedule preset. Select configure and modify schedule preset to open the custom venue planner where you can assign roles, choose outfits, and set the schedule for the slot. Okay, also got it. Okay, so we were gonna go see. So this one has this icon because it's custom value, but let's see if there's any new traits in here that I might. So that one probably came with Enchanted by Nature, Fairy Passage. Let's see. So far, I'm not seeing anything here. So I do not see any new lot types. They all look to be the same as before. And as for lot challenges, nothing new there either. So neither of those are there. And okay, so this is the camp. It is really cute. And it looks like this is probably because his wife works here too, so that's probably the director and his wife's spot. Probably space for 2 more counselors, and then there's only 2 cottages, but with 4 beds each. So you can have 8, 6, 10. So you can have 10 Sims here, but I think that you can actually have more. And there is kind of room to grow. You could put more onto this camp if you wanted to. The camp itself just has a basic little playground here. Nothing fancy. It's got the kayaking. So you would have to go off camp to do some of the activities because it looks like there's only kayaking, archery, a little bit of playground equipment, and otherwise like basic camping stuff. You know, obviously there's the new paper crafts and stuff, but there's no like pool, there's not an expansive playground, so it doesn't have any of that type of activity here. But it seems like it's a very pretty area, so that should be the last one. And oh, I forgot to mention the lot sizes on all of them. So I might go back and do that real quickly. Let's see here. I need to speed it up because it is getting kind of late with this one. 64 by 64, 30 by 20, 40 by 40, and the camp is 50 by 50. Over here, so here is, this one has 5 lots. So this one has 4 and this one has 5. This one's got a 40 by 30, a 50 by 50, a 20 by 20, a 30 by 20, and another 30 by 20. So this one's just an empty one. I'm gonna read the panel, but we're not gonna go into it. It's called Prospector's Paradise. And it just says, in a town with a storied mining past, this empty lot is located near Scoop's Gold, providing convenient access to crystal panning and a chance to be part of a community steeped in history. Oh, well, now I kind of want to go into it. We'll see what we can see from this one first. So this one is Adam Commune. So it's a commune. Interesting. Adam Commune. Jane and Star Adam are known for their Love Highland getaway and for their prickly personalities. They're joined by 2 roommates, Skip and Agora. oh, so this is where Skipbroke comes in. Between the four of them, it's a wonder they need to look outside the four walls of their home for any extra drama in their lives. Then it says, love is in the air at this coveted getaway lot. Meet someone new while kayaking nearby or while taking a dip in the hot tub. Opportunities for romance and drama abound. And then they have the natural light. So I do want to go in this one because this must be the love high, the love, is that what? Yeah, so it must be like the one where they have, it's a commune, but it must be the Love Highland one, or maybe that's another lot that they were showcasing that you can put in place here. But yeah, it's like the Love Island getaway. And then Skipbroke, yeah, he's from The Sims 2 and 3. And I've heard some people say that some of the stuff he says and some of the sentiments, but they've carried on kind of the lore. It's kind of weird that in this one they've always said that Sims 4 is not really part of the same universe as the previous ones. So if you take that into consideration, the lore that Skip comes with, does it make sense for that, or does it make sense for this being an alternative universe? So you know, each into their own and make your own conclusions from that. But I hear that in this one, I don't know if he upright and apologizes for leaving his family behind, or if they said that he alludes to that in some of the messages when you talk to him. But I guess he is a different sexual orientation in this than you would think for him to have been in either The Sims 2 or Sims 3. So that is just interesting to note. Yeah, so this says Love Highland. So that's the name of the lot. So, did we get to read the lot thing then? I don't know if we did. I'll have to go back and look. Oh, yeah, we did read the lot thing. So this is the household. So I'm not sure where everyone's rooms are, but there's a room there, a couple rooms here, another couple rooms over here, and then what is upstairs? So it looks like upstairs there's another set of rooms. So I think 4 people live here, so I'm not sure which rooms are for the poor people who live here. I wonder if it's probably not going to say in build by mode, so I don't know if you go into live mode if it says, or live mode. But there's the hot tub. So and this one is on the water, so it's really pretty. Camp is technically on the water too, so we've got at least 2 of them. But yeah, it's a really pretty lot. And then it looks like you kind of go over and there's the town, and it looks like here might be some of the abandoned mine stuff. In fact, that's that empty lot. So yeah, it's pretty there. Cool. Okay, so we'll go back and see. I might have to leave a few lots because I like to keep my videos between 25 and 35 minutes long. This one's getting close to the 35 minutes. I know sometimes I go over and I go 45, 50, so I'll definitely give it that much time, but it takes so long for these loading screens. Some of them have been a little bit quicker than expected, but because it takes so long, I don't know if we should visit every lot, or to speed it up, maybe skip a few. And then that leaves you guys something to explore on your own too, a little bit. So let's see, what we have here is the Fearful Fish Lounge. So Sims love it, fear fish it. This lounge is an angler's delight, much to the dismay of any finned creature at Gibbi Point. Stop by between catches. And then it has the acoustic. So let's go see what this bar looks like. And I think maybe we'll just look from at the outside of the two unoccupied houses. I don't know if we need to look at them. So that's the Love Highland lot. The empty lot is over here. This looks like to be the town, and I think this, okay, that's the lounge, and the rest of these are just empty buildings, but made to look so it looks like it's a full-filled town. A lot of these are also empty buildings. Oh, there's a park, even though it's an empty lot, there's a park. That's cool. I think this one is a house because it's kind of lighting up. I'm not sure where the other ones are at. So there's 5 over here. 1, 2, 3. 4. I'm not sure where, oh, 5 over there. So these are the 2 empty houses. This one's really fancy looking. That one's a little less fancy looking. Okay, so let's go see. I love how the town is set up. It looks very realistic and pretty. And let's look at this lounge. Okay, it's just a basic small little lounge. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. So it's really quaint and tiny. That's okay though. It's pretty cute. Let's see, and that's what it looks like from the outside. Yeah, so that's kind of cute. The surrounding area is really pretty. It looks like there might be a wedding. Is that a wedding arch or just a pagoda? I think it may be just a pagoda over there. So yeah, it looks like this is set up to maybe be like a convenience or grocery store. That is so cool. I wonder how much of this you can explore around and see. We'll have to find out when we get into gameplay. I do think I'll take the extra time to go check out the fancier of the 2 houses, just to see. It looks like it has a pool with a water slide, so it might be cool to check that one out. And the setup. The other one looks like it's a starter home, so most people are probably going to end up in the starter home unless they cheat the stuff away anyway. But we'll read the panel on this one first. Let's see. Settle down this cozy home with lovely values and bill, and is homey, and it's 3-bedroom 2-bath. And then this one is 2-bedroom 2-bath, so it's smaller. It's called Crystal Cottage. Same size lots though. And this one is natural light, and then this modern house in the historic mining town features sleek architectural design and a refreshing pool, seamlessly blending contemporary living with the area's rich history. So let's just go take a look at this one real quick, and then we'll move on to Jellyfish Junction and see if there's any more townies to meet there, and what else we can look at. So here is, yeah, so I have a low diving board and a kayak and a water slide, and then it is, let's see, upstairs. I need to put the walls down. So upstairs you got the 2 bedrooms and an exercise room, and then downstairs you have the living space. So it's not a very expansive house, but it's very pretty, modern, nice lot. I love the setup here. So the lot is actually only this part. This stuff is just part of the aesthetic, but it's really pretty. So definitely build something there that you would like and switch it. I'm sure some people will choose to do that. I like to build on lots too. It just takes me forever to build, especially if I'm being a perfectionist about it. So I have a lot more started builds than I have completed builds. So let's see. So now we're down to the Jellyfish Junction. There's the Jellyfish Jubilee, which is a vacation rental. And that one says, it looks like it's kind of fancy. It says, situated in the heart of the bustling seaside neighborhood, this rental home offers vacationers modern comfort and easy access to local attractions and amenities, perfect for an enjoyable and convenient getaway. And then over here you have the Revive and Thrive Retreat. And that one's the one that's supposed to be all about the fitness. So overlooking the picturesque bay, Revive and Thrive Retreat provides a serene escape to recharge and rejuvenate, featuring state-of-the-art fitness facilities and tranquil views for a truly refreshing experience. And then we've got this Fletcher's Cottage, which is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So this is a true starter home. This cozy starter home offers amenities and easy access to the bustling town square, ideal for those seeking a convenient coastal lifestyle. And then this one is the only one that has people in it. This is the Perry household. Frida Perry never expected to be juggling her Revive and Thrive fitness retreat along with her shy, thoughtful grandson Dougie. But here we are anyway. Frida spends her days spinning and encouraging others to reach for new gains while nudging Dougie to get outside and explore the world and perhaps unleash his own wild child. And then it says this lot is located in the center of Jellyfish Junction, but not too close to all action, and it's homey. So it is, does it say? Doesn't really say in this panel much about it. Let's go in there and see. We'll take a look at it. And then I know a lot of people will probably start with the starter home that don't want to build their own. So I don't know if going in there makes sense. We might go to Frida's business or maybe to the other retreat household. I'm not sure. But we'll see what we can all see, because it might be cool to see the ocean view, which you'd probably get the best view of that from the vacation retreat rental, and then or the Revive and Thrive lot. And then from this one and the other one, probably a better view of the town itself. So let's see here. So it looks like it's all one and so that's probably Dougie's little room. Oh, he's got a little step up to his bed and a little castle playhouse. That's Grandma's room. And they have a nice little living room. I think it's cool. The big couch space and conversation space over here by the fireplace. And then there's only 2 chairs in front of the huge TV, but you could probably sit here and watch TV. I'm not sure how close the Sims have to be. Oh, and then there's another bedroom here. Okay, so maybe the grandma's bedroom is this one that's more decorated, I bet, and has the fitness in it. It makes sense since she's into fitness. So this is probably just an extra room. There, Dougie has his own little ensuite. That's cute. His bedroom's bigger than Grandma's. So then where's Grandma's bathroom? Probably the one over here. So Grandma uses the shared bathroom. There's no bathing in that one. Oh. So they all have to go into Dougie's room to bathe because the regular bathroom only has a toilet and a sink. But you can move the sink over and probably fit in a quick shower, but that is interesting that you have to go into the grandson's bedroom to get to the bathroom. You could also probably bypass it, but then again, you're going to have the same thing. You're going to have to go into the guest room to get to the bathroom. But, okay, well, interesting setup there. And then let's see which other lot we might want to visit real quick. And then we're going to wrap this video up after that. And I will give my opinion based off of what kind of knowledge we have. So I'm trying to keep track. We've only got 3 new families inputted in here. I don't know if they put any into I think we'll go to this one because it's kind of in between the 2 things in the bay. I don't know if they put any other families or Sims into the gallery that you can pick up for this, the ones that aren't in the neighborhood, but they only put 3 for a change, which I guess since there's only 13 lots, is that right? 4 and 4 is 8 and 5, yeah, 13 lots. Is about right. That leaves you 10 lots that are quote unquote unoccupied. Of course, some of them own some of the other lots as their getaways, but this is the mural that everyone, oh, look at this really pretty community garden. That is awesome. You could definitely probably add some more planter boxes to that so that it could make, you could make an even bigger community garden. I only see kind of a few here and there. And then this is a getaway. So there's a bedroom downstairs and a bathroom with the living space, but it's a full bathroom. And then upstairs there is 2 rooms, one that's decorated to be a kid's room and a littler bathroom. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. And then, oh yeah, so it's like a balcony. That's cool. That is really cool. That is a nice little getaway, and I could definitely see adding other pack stuff to that to bump it up. And then this is the market in the town, so I wonder if this has any gameplay. Looks like a little fish, like a little marina shop, and then that looks like a town again, like the other thing. That, I don't know, that looks kind of cool, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but very, very cool. All right. And then the little dock there is nice. And you have the nice huge bay. There's the little lighthouse and the point. I think you can walk out that way when you're in live mode. So yeah, it's very beautiful. So we will, let's see, let's take a photo. Should we take a photo of the bay? Oh yeah, I love landscape stuff, so I think this one would be a great photo. So we'll take that one, we'll scoot a little over this way, we'll take one from that angle, and is there a way to get this off? I have to ask that every time. I'm not sure why that comes up every time, but there, hopefully it won't show up in the photos. I'm not sure if it will, but hopefully not. I think I always forget how to get rid of it, but I think in options, it is in options. No. Is it under lessons? Build mode? Toolbar? No. Design tool? No. Building? No. It's not there. Is it game options? Graphics. Do tutorials and tips. Will appear automatic world lot. Will appear to guide you and create a world lot. Build mode, resetting guidance system will restore all tutorials. Remove the help center from the IUE and hide controls. Legend. Is that the one I want? Apply. I think that's the one I want. Yeah, okay. It's gone now, so let's just take a few photos without it, just in case it shows up in the other ones. There we go. All right. Awesome. Okay, so real quick, my overall opinion is this is a very beautiful world. There is only 3 families, which for a change, I feel like rather than having put all the lots where everybody lives, that's nice. However, it kind of doubles over. So you only have 3 families, but Nigel owns the camp, so his family has 2 of the lots, so that takes you down to 11. And then Frida has 2 lots, so that takes you down to 9. And then the other ones live on their lot, so that takes you down to 8. So when it's all said and done, 5 of the lots are already occupied by the 3 families that live in them and own the lots. So then that only leaves you with 8 that are free and open, so to speak. So, that's a fair amount. And I can see then maybe why they chose to keep it small and only do 3 families. I think the builds are quite beautiful. You can tell they were built by Simmers. I know I hate to say that, but sometimes it's true. They are still basic, but keep in mind they have restraints when they have to build them. They have to keep them minimal to make sure that the game optics runs on any kind of PC. They also only have base game and the game pack to work with, so that is why they're minimalist. But you can easily take any one of these beautiful lots, add your own stuff to it from any of your own download expansion packs, kits, gameplay stuff packs, whatever you have, and make them more full-fleshed and give you lots more gameplay to go along with it. I don't exactly feel disappointed because I feel like it's a very beautiful world and I'm going to have a lot of fun playing in this world. I have a lot to learn about how the system works on creating the custom venues and how that's going to play out, and the getaways and themselves. I just would say that I'm not really sure currently how I'm going to incorporate some of the gameplay into my current LPs, and at this time I still want to keep it to 4 LPs rather than adding another LP. I think maybe at the beginning of next year I could look into possibly adding in a 5th video every week, but right now I have to keep it to the 4 with the occasional build video when I finish my builds. Which is hard for me because I never get the time and I'm such a perfectionist. So, I can have a small lot and spend 20 hours on it just because I'll do something and then I'll take a break and I'll be like, oh, you should have done this or you could have done this. And then I'll go back and I'll incorporate that. And then I think of something else. And then, my brain works in mysterious ways, I guess. And then being a perfectionist on top of it is just why I don't have more builds. I wish I could have more builds, and I don't really feel like I'm that great of a builder. I feel like some of my builds are okay and they're good enough to post them, but I still sometimes feel like there are way more talented builders out there building way amazing things, and so I love to sometimes download and use theirs too. But so I'm not sure how we're going to incorporate the getaway system into all 4 of the LPs, especially Isolde's right now because she's just barely starting out, still rags to riches there, and her journey is to be a fairy, so we probably won't see much of it in her LP, at least for now. I have a couple ideas on how we can maybe do it with Asta and Arun. I have a few ideas on how we could also incorporate it into Not So Berry with Mata. She definitely needs to find love, so I could see a love challenge in her future. She also really wants to go to Mount Komorebi. I believe she's the one that wants to go to Mount Komorebi, so doing a snow adventure getaway for her as a vacation would be cool. And then for Adrian, I'd love to send him in summer camp again. I have a feeling it's only fall. Maybe if we're really lucky, winter or spring in his game. And then I think he's only got 7 days till he ages up. So I don't know if we'll have enough time to send him to summer camp. So we might have to send him to spring break camp or something instead. But I would love to have him go. But again, if Nicoletta is pregnant, we'll have to wait for the baby to be born because I don't want the baby to be born and named without us. And also, with the 2 LPs, you've got Nicoletta and Sydney are engaged and we need to get them hitched. And Asta and Zelmera are also engaged and need to have their weddings. So we've also got 2 weddings coming up. So lots of stuff to do. I am going to end this video there. I appreciate you guys so much if you made it this far. And even if you didn't, every view helps. But I definitely appreciate everyone and the time you give me. Thank you so much for everything. And wherever you are in the world, have a good one and take care until next time. All right, thanks. Bye.